Hey there, YouTube viewers. I am Digital Szechuan, bringing you the first of many Kickstart Mondays. What is Kickstart Mondays? Well, it's a show dedicated to showcase some awesome Kickstarter campaigns happening around the world that I personally found interesting. Maybe you will too. I will let you know that I am a big supporter of mostly comics and games on Kickstarters, some other things as well, but just expect a bit more of those throughout each Kickstart Monday video. If you want to learn more about any of the campaigns I showcased today, I'll have a link to each of their Kickstarter pages down in the description below. Give a quick shout out to me, Digital Szechuan, on their page if you'd like. Definitely help me out to get some exposure. It also let them know that they're getting showcased somewhere, get some exposure themselves. And without any further ado, let's get the show on the road. First up, we have Newman. Like I said before, I'm a big supporter of Kickstarter comics. The art style of Newman and the concept just look great. Just a quick summary of it, it's a fantasy-themed, sort of romantic-style webcomic about Newman and his gal Gwen. They work together at the Creature Removal Department, which they're basically just monster hunters for the government. And as it says on their Kickstarter page, Newman wants to propose to Gwen. He just has to conquer his fears and the unstoppable evil making its way across the city. One thing I really liked about the campaign is it has a pay-what-you-want option. Obviously, some people can't afford very much, especially in today's economy, but for $1, you can get the whole digital subscription for the new season of this webcomic. So obviously, for a bit more than $1, you can get some other cool rewards, including the entire backlog of graphic novels by Josh Ulrich. So that includes Season 1 of Newman, a sort of origin story of Newman as well. You can also get his other Kickstarter comic, Jackie Rose. Either digitally or in print. You can get some pins, patches, commissioned art pieces. You can even get drawn into the comic as an elf or a dwarf or some sort of fantasy race. Something that fits. Who wouldn't want to be a badass dwarf in a comic? Maybe you can get him to write you in saying, "And my axe." Basically just be Gimli. If you want to check out Newman before you pledge anything, you can actually read the whole first season of Newman on their website, which I will link in the description below. So definitely check this out. What would your life be like if you could see how everything around you was going to die? Well, you can find out in Tortured Life by Neil Gibson. Tortured Life is about Richard Carter, a mild-mannered, normal man, kind of going on a downturn, who gains some special powers, which allow him to see how everything and everyone around him is going to die. As you can expect, it's not really the most joyous of powers to have. It's really more of a curse. Then comes something even worse, the Bloody Man. He's an assassin from the Netherworld working for a group known as the Order, and his mission is to kill Richard Carter. If you're familiar with his other works, Twisted Dark and Tabitha, I'm sure you'd enjoy Tortured Life as well. If you're not familiar with them, definitely take a look at some of the artwork for Tortured Life. It looks really great. If you're into a dark, mature story, I think you'd enjoy this as well. They're definitely behind on their funding goal right now, so any pledge towards them would definitely be appreciated. Some awesome rewards are some signed copies of the 6-issue run, copies of Neil's other works, Tabitha and Twisted Dark. For the aspiring writer or artist, they have some tiers for reviewing and critiquing your work with ways to improve from their own writers and artists. And lastly, you can get a character named after you in the ongoing series Twisted Dark. So your name will be lived on in print forever. Plus, writer Neil Gibson will write a story on whatever subject you want and send that out to you when it's done, so get creative with those. I'm sure you've seen a few similar things like this before, but here's another one. Write Erase is, as the name suggests, it's a simple write erase notebook. You can write and doodle all over it and simply erase it away with your sleeve or some water. They've got a bunch of sizes available, from the normal 8.5 by 11 notebook to some smaller pocket-sized ones to the bigger banana leaf, as they put it, which is an 11 by 17 kind of like doodle sketch pad size. It's definitely a great notebook to last you quite a long time. It's water resistant, it has double metal bindings, which will make it last that much longer. So basically, the rewards are pretty simple. You can pick your size of notebook, add on more notebooks, different sized ones, tack on some whiteboards, some dry erase markers, those Stedler pens. And one of my favorite features is the ability to customize the notebook personally for you. They let you put your own custom art or picture as the cover on the book. So when they ship it out to you, you'll get your own personal covered book. They also let you mix and match the type of page you want in the book, from blank to college ruled style to grid paper. So if you're looking for a new notebook or a new sketch pad or anything like that, definitely check out Right Erase. What would you get if you put Ronald Weasley, Boromir, and Tywin Lannister together in a Shakespeare-inspired film? You'd get Enemy of Man. I know, Shakespeare, totally not overdone, totally original, totally not ripped off from at all. No, this looks fucking badass. So they're a bit over half of their funding goal right now at the time I'm recording this. They've got a little bit less than 2 weeks to go, so I'm really hoping they hit their goal. So just to give some context, it is a feature-length retelling of Macbeth by director Vincent Regan. He's been a part of 300 and Troy, so you know he'd know how to make some awesome action sequences. He also knows Shakespeare because he's been a part of the Royal Shakespeare and National Theatres, where he has directed and acted in Macbeth on the London stage. This isn't going to be one of those boring line-by-line Shakespeare movies that you probably watched in, I don't know, like high school. This is going to be an action-packed, cinematic, like Hollywood-style movie. It's going to show off the amazing acting skills of all the actors and actresses connected to this film. So first up, we have Sean Bean playing the lead role of Macbeth, which he has done in the past, but if you think more of his recent acting roles in Game of Thrones as Ned Stark, or his role as Boromir in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you know he's going to be great. Next up, we have the role of Ross, Macbeth's cousin and traitor, which is being played by Rupert Grint, most famously for his role as Ronald Weasley in the Harry Potter movies, which, lots of people enjoy. I do too. Lastly, we have Charles Dance playing Duncan, the King of Scotland, which you may recognize him as Tywin Lannister from the Game of Thrones series. Some other big names, James Darcy and Jason Fleming, which you may recognize from the films Hitchcock or Cloud Atlas, any of the X-Men movies, most notably, I think, First Class, or The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. It's a brilliant-looking film with some high-profile actors connected to it. I know some people don't like the concept of big names and crowdfunding campaigns. It's sort of been noted on their page somewhere that they're basically just trying to generate interest, see what the public's response to it is, and secure some additional financing, not from, private investors or anything like that. But the fact remains that if they don't hit their goal, it might not get made, which would be a really big shame. Plus, you can get in on some awesome rewards and help them out. You can get a copy of the movie, the proof of concept movie as well. You can get some signed Blu-rays and posters from the director. You can even get a signed poster signed by the entire cast. So if you ever wanted anything signed by Ronald Weasley, Boromir, and Tywin Lannister all on the same thing, this is your chance. You can even get your name on IMDb as a funding producer. So I know lots of people like to go on IMDb. You can even get your name on the site, which would be super cool, guys. And, you can even get a piece of armor from the set. You can get the chance to visit the set and meet the cast. And, if you have the money, you can be a big part of the production. You can become a co-producer or an associate producer as well. So I'm going to end this video off with the trailer because it looks awesome. I'm really excited about this campaign. Hopefully you are too. It looks really great. I've already pledged for it. Hopefully you guys will too. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want more info on any of these Kickstarters, just check out the description down below. I've got links to all of them there. If you want to keep up to date on all of my upcoming Kickstart Mondays or any videos of mine coming up, click that subscribe button down below and check out my Facebook page. Give a big thumbs up at Digital Szechuan. Thanks again. Have an awesome day. Peace.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. The last syllable of a recorded time, and all our yesterdays of lighted fools away to dusty death. Out, briefcase. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.